everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Night Right. I am here with some friends, and I think maybe we might be ready to get some things done. Who knows? We're going to find out. I'm going to let my fabulous co hosts for today, my friends, introduce themselves, and then we'll say hi to everybody in the chat.
Oh, hi. I'm JC. I write things, contemporary fiction, poetry, mystery. I stream Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is all I have today.
How were you ready with your intro on a Monday? And it is a whole Tuesday.
I didn't go anywhere yesterday, and I am in a lot of pain today. So I'm a little less prepared right
A
now.
little less prepared.
Right?
Okay.
I cried. That's all.
You did. You did good. You did good.
I was
Esther.
fully expecting Nia be like, start, Esther. Kind of like, you made me start last night. You're going to start today. But JC took it away. And I'm like, okay, I can like finish like getting down my food.
Right?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm gonna let Esther digest
I
for a second.
I love that Randy spotted the
literally
vlog.
just
Randy.
munched the last of it during the intro. So hi, I am Esther Maria Duhar. I'm a Puerto Rican writer aspiring to be a hybrid author. I'm I have a pen name that no one knows, but if you hear someone say Sally, that's kind of like the code name for it. I do have a Kindle Vella called Marina the Vampire under a pen name that most people know. That's not hidden or anything like that, and I sometime should be continuing working on a YA contemporary that I would like to query this year. We shall see if it happens. I don't know. I have way too many things on my plate. We shall see. When I don't have things on my plate.
I don't know. I feel like you've always had a lot on your plate.
Esther seems like one of the busiest people I know. She's holding it down. I love it.
I don't know how she does it.
But my friend needs a
I
break.
don't know how I do it.
My friend needs a break though. One
Yeah,
day.
like I started even writing what I do at work because I'm like, why I'm so tired? I did nothing at work and I've been writing what I'm doing at work and I'm like, oh, this is why I'm tired every day.
Esther has
Hey, I
3
know.
jobs, but gets paid for 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the silver lining is the pen name. Sally's books are making money. They're not making a lot of money, but for the little marketing that I've been able to do because, lack of time and being a
Mhm.
new name out there in the romance genre, I was surprised to see money in the
Woo.
dashboard. I'm like, huh?
I
Yes.
got my first payout.
So
I was like, "Who bought my book?" Under the pen name. I'm like, "Who are you? Look at that."
yeah, I mean,
It's
right
always
now there are
talking.
KU reads, and I think they will stop because these books are like very wintry kind of thing. So I'm like, they're gonna pick up again towards the end
Yes.
of the year. So I'm like, oh, I'm excited for the next one because the next ones are like very spring summer-y, which is like the time.
Unless
Yeah.
you get those people who like to read wintry books in the summer so they can feel less hot.
Yeah.
There
It'll
are
be
those
Yeah,
people.
once you have a couple
I
out
should
in
do.
once you have a couple out for each season,
Hmm.
then you can relax a little and then just start putting them out at more random because you'll
Yeah.
already have something out for everybody.
Oh, y'all just gave me something else to think about with Project Betty because I
Oh,
hadn't thought
so
about I hadn't
so
thought about
many things to
seasons at
think.
all. I hadn't thought
Yes,
about seasons. I'm just
I
like
do all my
I just
seasons.
thought about the story, not the like,
Mhm.
oh, it's in this
But,
season.
Like
see, I think
priorities,
Really.
about
not the
the
season.
seasons because Sally's like butter and bread is seasonal uh holiday kind of
Hmm.
uh books, whether they are full length or short. Like it's meant to be read at specific seasons and time. That's
Yes.
why I need to have a lot of them so I can cover the entire year.
Exactly. Speaking of seasons, I do have a book that's out. Yay. If you check, the price is about to change. Whenever Amazon said in 72 hours, it could be in an hour, it could be in 3 days. Who knows? But right now it's 99 cents unless they already changed it. It is
Ooh, let me go check.
It's called The Art of Witchcraft. It is a cozy contemporary fantasy romance set in a small college town. You get to meet throughout the stories, you'll meet some of the main characters in the town, and you'll watch some of the characters meet and fall in love. They are romance. They are adult, but they are adult with a closed door.
No, they changed it.
They changed. Sorry, now it's
$2.99.
price, regular price.
But
It's on KU.
But it's also in KU, yes.
It's in KU, and it's a pretty. I mean, I haven't finished it, but it's a pretty fast read if you have an hour or two, depending on your speed of writing. Like, it's a perfect book to cozy up and to high up your account for books read in a year. So.
Yes.
If I cannot sell my books, I will say my friend books.
I know. We're going to sell each other's books, y'all.
Yes.
But it is set in early spring, so it's like the perfect time for it. And that's how I write. So the next one is going to be like full springtime into summer. The next one will be more summertime. And we're just going to roll like that. And then I'll have some fall ones. It's going to be cool. And I'm doing the same thing for Codename Penny.
So you know what other book is on KU?
Regina writing.
This lady.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was focusing on the fact that Regina said she read your book, Mia.
Oh, yeah. Yay! Awesome. We are gonna say hi to people. I'm gonna really quick. I'm gonna
But yes. The diary also. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm acknowledging what Esther said. Sorry.
You are here on my channel. I stream here every Tuesday night, so you can catch me at 7:30. I also stream over on Twitch on Mondays, some Wednesdays, and on Fridays in the middle of the day, so you can hang out with me there. I'm doing a new challenge. I'm working it out. If anybody wants to join me, it's 60K in 60 days. That will give me, and for me, it's word count only to the extent that 60K gives me 2 of my Ethereal Falls and 3 Codename Penny stories. So it works out perfectly. That's why I chose the 60 and 60, but it also gives me the much needed breaks I need to have days of creativity without feeling guilty. As long as I hit my goals of the 5 short stories, which is the 60K in 60 days. Those other days, I can do my gardening, I can do my artwork. And that doesn't mean that I can't write on those off days. I can write and go way beyond that goal. But as long as I hit the 60K or 5 stories, as long as I hit that, I'm good to go for the quarter. And I don't have to stress and be like, I didn't do enough. I didn't get enough finished. Yes, I did. So that is my new strategy. If you have any questions about it, or you think you might be interested in try it, you can always hit me up. Let's say hi to the folks in the chat. Hello, Eva is here. Shannon, thank you, made friends with the like button. Hello to Regina, Randy, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with us. Mama Maggie, hello, you a lovely lady. How are you? And Joanne coming in and saying hi to everybody. We love it. And Cool Gamer is here. Hello, hello. Coffee Create and Connect is here. Hello, hello. Look at all these, all the hugs. You guys are awesome. Look at that. I love it. I love it. And she's love the co-host. Yes. We love you too, Regina. You're such a big support in the community.
Yes. Regina's amazing.
Regina is amazing.
And a prolific.
Make this process as pleasurable as possible. The more tired I am, the more pleasurable the process needs to be. Joe, it's just responding to Joanne. So for myself right now, I have a low ambient lighting. Ooh, I've got the fireplace playing on the TV. That's a good idea. I love to have something like a rainstorm, fireplace, train ride playing in the background. Instrumental music is nice. Nice. I'm also writing in my pajamas. All right. I think I'm already post the point of being tired of working on this project. Sometimes we don't want to let go. We were like, no, I just want to work on it a little bit more. I want to tweak it more, tweak it more. Eventually, you're going to say, okay, it's time to let it go. When you're ready.
Let it go. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't sing that one because it's Disney.
You can't sing it. Yep,
Yeah.
Disney, they don't play. Oh, look at that.
Sorry.
She said she's happy to beta read for you. That is awesome. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The cold never bothered me anyway. I'm sorry. I didn't sing it. I didn't sing the melody. Yeah.
Sally, the rest of your pen names.
See, the funny thing is, like, Sally is the furthest from the
okay. She's Project Penny. I'm Project Betty.
Yes, I also have Project Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno at all.
No.
Oh, yeah, Connect setups does sound very cool.
I just thought of a really bad joke. 3 pen names walked in the bar.
Oh,
Penny, Betty, and Sally. It's a really bad joke.
Love it.
It's terrible.
Oh, I love it.
Oh. Wanted to self-hub last year. Before then, life happened. Yep, life happens. I wasn't satisfied by my book then either. Just a lot of stuff. You're going to get there, Joanne. Yeah. No tears. Joanne, this is your work baby.
Yeah, and just to kind of like as a so you don't feel alone. English is failing me today. The Holiday Romance was I wrote that 2022. I wrote that entire thing, and we're still at 2024, and I'm like still holding on to make the deadline for publishing this year. But if it doesn't happen, then it has to wait until the end of 2025, and it's like I would rather wait and jokingly say that I'm gonna slay over a book and produce something of quality that I am proud of, even if it's not under the name Esther, then like rush and be like, oh, I'm gonna put it there, and then like if it doesn't sell, then I'll just have to take it down, try again. Like that's double the work. So don't feel bad, don't feel alone, don't feel discouraged. You do what you have to do for your book and for you to feel proud of your work.
Yes.
You are not alone in the key of Michael Jackson. You are not alone. I can't sing it though.
Yeah. I wrote the main novel that started off the Codename Penny things back in Nano. Maybe it was Nano 2022. Is this the project that you and I are kind of like been on the same path?
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to be able to work on it seriously until I have at least 3 of the mini series within the series out. And then I will feel like, okay, now I can breathe because I've got that pen name stuff on a roll so that when the novel actually comes out, people will know who the characters are and kind of know the world and be excited for it. So yeah,
because I started doing Marina around the same time that I solidify my plan for the pen name that no one knows the name of, and we started talking around that time that you were like planning to do the similar thing, and I'm like, oh god, we're gonna walk the same path, we're gonna be like cheering each other. Here we are, almost 2 years. We're chugging along.
Yeah, I think you are going to at some point surpass me because I mean you do have Marina, but I'm also starting the NV James books and the comic strip, so I feel like Esther, you're gonna come about June, you're gonna start leaving me in the dust.
That's gonna leave us all.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Because, well, we shall. I don't know. I cannot tell the future because the reason that I know the year is because I am applying for a scholarship that a foundation here in Puerto Rico does. And the project that I'm using is Marina, because that one is closer to being done. And I always say it, as soon as it's done, it's going to get taken off of Kindle Vella. Not Coffee or Patreon, it's going to stay there, but I'm going to take it off on Kindle Vella and rework it as a full-length novel. And one of the reasons that I want to get that scholarship is to be able to have the time and the budget for the editing. Because that is over 91,000 words.
That's a lot of, that's going to cost you.
And
Girl.
it's still not done. I mean, I don't think there's more than 10 episodes, and that's being like very
Generous.
But easily I have like 10K words more, so that's over 100K. And I'm like, that needs to come down. So there's gonna be a lot of editing for that, maybe.
And to Joanne, well, you haven't got there yet, but I just want to real quick, because Joanne said something further down about wanting the book to be perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect book.
There's no such thing as perfect.
It can be as you can think it's perfect, and still there'll be an error that comes out when you publish. Even the diary. I mean, not to discourage anyone from getting my book or reading it in KU, by the way, but the diary, there's a typo in there that I didn't discover until well after it was published. Definitely not perfect. But I mean, it's out there.
Yeah.
It's no such thing as a perfect book. You just have to do, and you're always going to be growing as a writer. So your next book is always going to be better than the last one you put out anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if people like the first one that you
to be better with
yes,
each book.
exactly.
If you're not growing, then you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Yep. And people will know that you're a debut or this is your first thing out. So they'll be expecting that maybe that you will probably get better. So that's something that you can look forward to and they can look forward to. I think that a lot of us have writers that we read who are like, oh, their first books, we thought they were good. But now that we're reading their newer stuff, we're like, they got it now. So it's not uncommon. Not uncommon. Not everybody starts out with the perfect masterpiece. That's the rare. And yes, Sally is codename. We're not sharing. We are sharing our code names unless we're using our known pen names like Nia James. If you see something by Nia James, it's not me. That journal is not me, just so you guys know. Like, well, I guess I'm not using Nia James. Oh, thank you. I'm big on making my writing times cozy and pleasurable as possible. Yours sounds really good. Your setup.
Speaking of cozy and wait, I don't know if this actually ties into being cozy, but so I'm trying to get better at self-care too, right? So at Walmart on sale. Remember I said I wanted to start learning how to crochet.
Oh, you did! Look at that!
And I only started with two colors of yarn because yarn is expensive.
And you got her colors.
And this was on clearance. It was a 500-piece puzzle. I was like, okay, I've got my self-care projects for the weekend.
Look at that! I love that. Nice. Yes. This is the comment. I read your first one, and it's such a fun romp. Yay! Short read.
Virginia.
So much, Regina.
What you think about that Kathleen, Virginia? That Kathleen, I really wanted to punch her in the face.
Oh, that's very sweet. Have an okay day with a broken heart. I took a week off vacay last for the kiddos spring break and read 5 books. Oh, I bet that was amazing.
Oh, you read 5 books. What books did you read, Shannon? Please do tell. Thank you.
And don't get me wrong, I accomplished some stuff today, just not in terms of my book or at least how much progress I wanted to get. Yeah, I only got like maybe 600 words this morning, but I'm in my gardening week. So like in this week does not count towards my 60 days. So anything that I get during this time is just like extra. It's like, yay, bonus. But my back hurts, man. These plants are heavy.
Oh man.
It's the peach tree. We're going to actually try to make it fruit. We moved it. It's been dug up from underneath the oak trees where it's not getting enough light to fruit. It just turns green
I
and
just
flowers.
need to move to North Carolina so I can be close to here. It's just,
So we're moving
no.
it into a pot. Hopefully we don't kill it though. I mean, when you move a tree, it's very traumatic. So, but homegirl is heavy because she's not little, but she's just not big. So I don't have her pot yet. We just have her moved and we're taking care of her roots and all of that stuff.
She's just a lot.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see if we get some fruit from her. I will be very excited if we do. Also, I found out I was pruning my lemons wrong. And now I know how to prune my lemons. So I will get more fruit next year. Not this year. Too late to prune them this year. So I'll get a little bit of fruit from my lemons and lime. But next year,
I already like North Carolina, but Nia keeps talking. I'm like, yeah, if I ever go back to the US, it needs to be North Carolina.
Right?
If Nia moves, I'm gonna
Move right
throw
along with
a
her.
tantrum.
Zone 8.
I'm gonna move along
we
with
can
her.
grow everything. In Zone 8, we can grow apples and we can grow citrus. I love it.
And the funny
like-
thing is, like, where all the points of reference around her, I'm like, yeah, I've stayed in all of those places. I like all of those. So I'm gonna be like, let me save some money so I can move and then rent this house so this house makes money too.
Yes. I love our area. It's so funny because people are really like, how can you just live in the South? Isn't it scary? And let me tell you, all weekend you go everywhere. People are like, hi. And I've had random conversations with people. I know if you live in a big city, you're probably like freaking out. Like,
Not
what?
as scary as anywhere else in the world.
People just stop and just talk to you. I know people who are fixing their drainage. I know what trees people are planting. It is wild, but people are like so unbelievably friendly here, and I'm just like,
as someone who moved
here.
completely new to a southern area, and on top of that, in mountains, you befriend the person who knows everyone, and you befriend the person that everyone loves. And automatically, everyone is going to be your friend. Everyone's going to love you. They're going to know you. You don't even know who they are, but you're going to pretend that you do. And you're going to have the best life.
I can't sing
that. Like, I worked with so-and-so, and their best friend worked at the place you worked at. We're like practically besties.
Yeah.
Well, the theme song just popped in my head. I can't sing that either. Cheers.
Where
everybody knows your name.
Everybody knows your name.
All right. I'm sorry.
2 more minutes and we are going to sprint because we're just being
just nice. Hi, Anna. Anna's down there somewhere, but hi, Anna.
And also Tammy, hello.
Hi, Tammy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Rachel. Oh, okay, I missed a couple people.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. Everybody's just popping in. Hello, hello. We are getting ready to do our first sprint. So tired but happy to be here. Oh, hello, Various and Sundry.
Hello.
Good to see you. The advantage of self-publishing is flawed can be fixed and made perfect again. Sure can. If it's only an ebook, you hop in there and within 72 hours or less, it's fixed. You erase it. Now, it's a little different if someone buys a print copy.
Oh, Randy.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Randy.
We got Green Rolls. Hello. Good to see you. Jordan, hello. Good to see you. Hang on.
You're not wrong, Randy. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Hang on. And I wanted to make sure I said hello for Anna. Okay. Yep, she was like, anarchy. I live in Zone 6, so our last freeze can be Memorial Day weekend. Oh, but we have had we have had snow in July for. Oh no, I would revolt if we got snow in July. I would just revolt.
I'll be like, refund my seasons. Refund.
Jennifer. Yep, refund. What state do I live in? All right, which was the comment that you picked out? Because I wanted to skip through to make sure I said hi to everybody.
Randy.
759, Randy here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're a couple comments up.
Okay, good. I feel like Southerners really Yeah, they just like talking, I'm sure. Sometimes you want to bite them. Sometimes you get so much good advice. I mean, yes. Yes. I got so much good tips. I'm like, and there's that meme of who did you vote for? Where were you on January 6th? And were you mad that the Little Mermaid was black? It's like, let it go. Were you seeing that?
Oh.
Because sometimes you're just like,
I will be like, Mary, it's a little too early for us to talk about this. How
yeah,
about we reschedule this for, never?
yeah, yep. It's like walking around here, just smile and wave. Everybody smiles and waves. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Let me pull up my timer. I have it ready, but I didn't pull up the share screen. So let me find it. We are doing spring timers because
Eva, that's a good change.
Gross, let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Everyone around me is gross.
It's gross.
Let it go. Let it go. Yes, I
Oh.
love it. Oh goodness. Okay, here we go, guys. It is time where we're gonna just chat the whole night. All right,
It is time.
ready.
I'm sorry.
Ready. It's the first. It's the beginning of the month, beginning of the quarter. Let us have our fun. It's okay. Now we shall get to work, and we'll talk about what we're working on.
Oh,
when
is
we
that
get
what we're
back.
supposed to do? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
We'll talk
Okay.
about the things that we allegedly
more-
are going to get busy on
I
when we
need
get
more
back.
coffee for this.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Happy sprinting. All right. Welcome back, everybody. And also, hello, Morgan. So, what did you guys get up to? Welcome back. Oh, no. I don't know where I'm doubled at. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, not that I don't love hearing you twice.
Nia's like going through all the tabs that she has open. See where
all 100 of them. So no.
Yes.
While she goes through her tabs, I
I'm good.
okay. I was just I went to go get me some more coffee, which took forever considering how slow I'm moving, and then I started doing some handwriting for a little bit, and then the next thing I knew, the timer was over. So
Nice.
I may have also checked on my township, the game that I now have a problem with.
Oh, that's funny. I love that. I mean, I don't open the game every day, but I love that.
My crops were ready, and they did a little notification said your crops are growing, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I see. I don't have the notifications on, so I'm just like, oh, it's been a couple of days.
And the cows, their milk was done, and the chickens had laid their eggs, and I was like, oh, I got to collect some stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Esther. My bad.
I refilled my water. I gave my mom her meds, and then I sat down here to work on revisions for the fifth book 5. I'm almost done. I just need to do a transition, and then I can send it to Morgan, and hopefully there's not that many mistakes.
Fingers crossed. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, this one was pretty decent. I even got a lot of like song references. She liked the meet cute, and I like I like the meet cute too. So I'm like, oh yes, I want to work on this again. I love this story. Right. Yes.
Can I say that's like one of the most things I'm anticipating from Morgan's edits is the playlist that I'm going to create from whatever comments she leaves. And I'm like, oh,
it's funny because sometimes she mentioned things that I'm like, let me Google that. I don't know that song. Wait.
In fact, I think that. Oh, have you ever thought about using the playlist that she creates and like as the marketing? Like, I mean, you're the marketer, so I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But like as the marketing stretch.
Not personally, because I already create playlists for my stories. So I already like every single story has a playlist. But if you're not someone who's like music obsessed like I am, that will be really fun to like cater because that's something you can create a public playlist, create a QR code for it, or just a little fun. Loki.
I have a playlist for the weight of her, but I think it would be a really neat idea. I mean, you're the marketer, so you can tell me if I'm wrong. If I create a whole different playlist based on the feedback from Morgan and my beta readers and what songs they might come up with.
Call it the editor's cut.
The editor's cut. Okay. Yes. That's hold on. Let me write that down. Hold on.
You can have a double playlist. You can be like, this is
my playlist,
author playlist, and this is my editor's playlist.
Oh yes.
And then if it's a pretty long playlist, then you can just be like, I'm gonna share the first 5 songs now, and then in a couple of weeks I'll share another 5. If you know which chapters songs pertain to, you can be like, hey, if you're reading this chapter or you're going to reread it and you would like to enhance the experience, listen to this song while you're reading this.
Yeah.
Laura gave me a song. Laura gave me a song from Lady Gaga that as the part that she's read already. She's like, I'm listening to this song and it fits. I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Never
Yep.
thought of that
And I
song,
was
but okay.
like, these are this is my playlist. These are the editor. This is the editor's cut. Can you guess what scene or what line this is in reference to? And just make it
Oh, genius. See, this is
the
why.
editor's cut.
Why you gotta have good people around you, you know. Yes. Oh, that's
But
genius. I would have never thought of that.
if it's for like if you have a physical book, add a page at the end with the QR code. So people, while they have the book, they can just scan the QR code with their phone and go to the playlist.
Hold on,
Yes.
let me write that. Let me write that down. Hold on.
For the digital book, you could be like for
You can
the references.
leave a
Go
link.
to my website. Check out my website for
Oh my
framework where
God.
you can't put a QR
Or you
code.
can leave a link if you just want
Mhm.
to have someone just to click on it, depending where you want to send people. If you want to
Yes.
send them to your website, or if you be like, if you want to have the exclusive playlist, subscribe to the newsletter, and as soon as you
Oh,
subscribe, you'll get that.
Yep.
you know what? Okay, excuse me.
Do all of
How
it.
much to hire you as my personal marketer? Let me stop. It might have to be in payment plan until I get rich, but I'm just that because marketing is where I struggle, and I really
Yeah.
want to market this book. I want to do a lot better than I did with the diary, because as good as I think the diary was, I didn't know what I was doing in terms of trying to market it. So still don't know what I'm doing. So I'm like, I really want this book to do well. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Did everybody do
Yeah,
it okay?
you did.
I think everyone, but did you do an update?
Oh, just me?
No.
Okay. So I started outline for another story. Which I can do because it's a week of non-write, so I can write or not. I can do whatever I want. So I did that, and I also grabbed some chocolate, and I'm comparing the bunnies to the Ghirardelli chocolates are my favorite, but I got the bunny ones, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're shaped like a bunny and it's in my head, but as good as the squares are, I think the bunny tasted better, and I'm like, it must be psychological. Because it's the same thing. And then I briefly got on a little tiny rabbit hole. Not a rabbit hole, but I opened up Instagram and this thing popped up. And I'll show you guys what it is.
I thought she was going to say you went on Pinterest or something, which is a whole different rabbit hole.
I remember it won't switch. I have to shut that one off and open up another one.
Oh, and Randy wants to know: Do y'all wake up with work in progress playlists based on the vibes of your story, or do they go with certain parts of the book?
Ooh, interesting.
Esther's probably the best person to answer this.
Honestly, I should like. The thing is, like, if I could share all the playlists that I have, I will make a specific video about it. But because there's so many, welcome to the Awake Live, Flora. I wish I could make a specific video for playlists, but I don't have enough playlists that I can share. But I do. So my work in progress playlists have both vibes and for the story and for the characters. And then and kind of like vibe, atmosphere. Now, if I have playlists that are for like smexy scenes, and when I'm writing, it doesn't matter which book I'm writing. If I'm writing a smexy scene, that's the playlist that is playing, not the actual work in progress. If I'm writing like a epic battle scene, there's a playlist that I have for that one. If I am writing a chapter that is very specific for a character and it is kind of like pivotal, I know which song is like very character based. So I'll put that song and I have it on repeat until I'm done with that chapter. So for me, music is very, very pivotal for my writing. Because that's kind of like how I pull my emotions, and then I can go and write. If I write in silence, nothing is happening. There's no emotions. I'm just like pleasantly numb.
I'm a little different. I'm a little different with the playlist. I do have playlists for a lot of my works in progress, but I don't actually play them while I'm writing. I play them like to get prepared to write. And then because if I play it while I'm writing, I'm going to just end up singing and chilling, vibing with the music for most of my, and then I won't be writing anything. Unless I have an instrumental, which I don't really write well to instrumentals either, so that wouldn't really do it for me. But yeah, my playlists are more to get me amped up to write, not necessarily to write along with. So it's more of a vibe thing.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of both. My playlist is definitely on vibes. So I have playlist that works with my small town romance, and then I definitely have a playlist that works with all my sci-fi stuff. But within that playlist, I'll have a branch off for specific stories if there's a song that goes specifically with a character or a couple or an event. So it'll be my basic sci-fi and then the branch off for each particular story. And then I tend to do the song on repeat, and which my husband didn't understand at one time before I had my own office. And my office was like a corner in our room. And he's like, he's like, oh, that's a good song. But I was listening to it on repeat. So then he started trying to put on other songs. And I'm like, dude, no, that's not what's happening here. I need this one song on repeat because it becomes background noise. And it just keeps me in the vibe because I can put it in the background because it's the same song over. Where if I keep playing the whole playlist, are some songs that will just stand out. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, wait, that's not what we're doing. So I use the playlist to get me ready to write it and get me in the feels and all of that stuff. But once I actually start writing, it's either just background lo-fi nonsense,
lo-fi, or rain. I like writing to the sound of rain too.
Rain. It's just any background noise. But if I want a song, which I do sometimes want a song, I pick one, put it on repeat, whichever the main vibe is. That's going to be like, yep, I'm totally feeling this song for this chapter that I'm writing. And it's just on repeat. So even if I'm jamming out the first time, I'm not going to do that for like 2 hours to the same song.
My first 10K, there's no video about it or anything like that, but the first 10K that I wrote, the only song that I listened while I was writing those 10K it's called Hold Me by Hidden Citizens. And it play and it play and it play because the song was pretty much where that character was mental space. So I needed myself to be in that mental headspace. So music put me there, and then I was like, it really hurt. Yeah. My hands got really swollen when I finished. But like I got in it, and the moment now I don't listen to it a lot because I just remember that.
Now I have to go look them up.
A strong association with that. It's very angsty. Like for example, my playlist for Marina the Vampire is a lot of angsty rock music. And then for Karina, which is a character in Marina the Vampire who will have her own story, she's a lot of like angry music because that girl is mad. She's angry.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just it'll be the oddest song, but I'm like, for the scene that I'm writing, this is the song that I need. Like there was one, I forget who sings the song, but it's an old like 70s song. It's the I Want to Know, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? But there's a part where they're working on the farm, and there are people who have feelings for each other, but right now they're just working and trying to get things done. And I'm like, I just needed a picture in my head of what this looks like and a song. And for some reason, that was the song. I didn't expect it to be the song, but as I was playing my Get Ready to Write playlist, I'm like, that's the one. And boom. I was like, oh, that was perfect. I don't even know why. But it just felt like the vibes.
Yeah. That's a good question, Randy.
Yep. Thank you. And I said, I'm unofficially doing Camp Nano, and I'm so excited about everything I'm writing. Oh, I love that, Anna.
I just sent you a message too, Anna.
And just reading over what I wrote yesterday, like, I like it. the situations. And we're like, yes to Laura having a nap, especially after hiking. Ma'am,
Oh,
I hope
naps.
it was good.
Naps.
I'm just
What
like,
are those?
hi,
What are
love those
naps?
birds and purrs.
Something you have to find time to
I know I
implement.
read your comment. I hadn't responded to it
You're
yet.
Yeah, I'm like, there's gotta be somewhere.
I
Oh
love
man,
it.
I'm trying.
Doing some beta reading. Awesome. Randy, absolutely about the music based on the mood of the book and scene. Yeah, and sometimes sometimes it really surprises me which song is going to do it because I'm like, this is just my basic, old timey small town playlist, and I'm like, whoa, no, this song. I need to play this song while I'm working out the scene.
Yeah.
There was kind of already a playlist just up on YouTube when I was writing the last book. So I just kept those same 20 odd songs on repeat. Yep, on repeat works. But none of them are scene or chapter specific, just general vibes. I love vibing with the music for the scenes.
Another thing you can do is not like playlists that have the vibe of the book or the vibe of the character. I've seen a lot of people be like, these are the like 10 songs this character listens to.
Mm-hmm.
So let's
Oh
say
yeah.
your character is a adult in their mid
Write that down
20s,
too. Oh.
and
Yep.
they might not be a Taylor Swift fan. They might be, I don't know, they could be, I don't know who, an Olivia Rodrigo fan, and you will say these are the top 5 or top 10 this character favorite Olivia Rodrigo songs, and it's what the character listens to. Doesn't have to do with the actual like
Okay.
scenes or what's happening, more like
Mm-hmm.
a peek into the playlist of like the Spotify account or the Apple Music account of the character. Things
I
like
wrote that
that's
Yeah.
down.
what I've seen a lot too.
Yes. With one of the projects for Codename Betty, the girl inherits.
Betty? Betty?
Oh, did I say Betty? Codename Penny.
So say
Betty
wait.
is not me. Betty is
We'll
not
say,
me.
wait.
But one of
There are
the
two Bettys.
one of the songs for Codename Penny was I used Etta James because the girl someone passes away, but they had this in common. So I for writing some songs where she's reminiscing about this elderly person that passed away and she's inherited some stuff from them. I just played that one on repeat because she's not listening to that song because obviously I'm making up my own stuff for my stories. But Etta James would be the vibes again, the vibes of what she would listen to.
Nice.
So, yep.
Oh, I love Etta James too. Okay.
Yeah. Hidden Citizens.
I have to look them up. I've never heard them.
Laura says sometimes I will have one song on repeat for days and add a song so it's 2 for another day and slowly add more. It waxes and wanes constantly when in deep writing mode. Oh yeah. Like I said, my husband interrupted my flow that one time. He was like, "Oh, we're listening to some cool oldies." I'm like, "No,
we're not.
No. I am listening to this song on repeat, and you can go listen to it. Listen to something somewhere else, or you can enjoy it on repeat with me." And he's like, "What? You did not understand?" I was like, "I just
that's funny.
Replay over
That's
and
so
over."
funny.
I wish I could make you understand. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And otherwise, oldies playing in another room. Yes. Oop, oop. Build a home slowed. Oh, I feel like I missed.
I think
I did.
the
There we go.
song is called
Another
Build a
name,
Home.
American Beauty score, slow and reverb. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
Thank you. I'm like, I need to find the rest of the things so I can put it all in context. I have playlists on my channel for several of my whip worlds. Yeah, I keep most of mine on YouTube in my private YouTube playlist and YouTube music and stuff. Also, question for you guys. After you've revised your book based on the developmental editor suggestion, do you send the revised book to another editor or a different round of betas? I do.
Okay, so it is.
Yeah, I'm reading the question again.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, wait, we're in the developmental editor. Okay, after that, I will send it to betas. If you're tight on time, you can check with your copy line editor and see if they're okay with them editing as the beta readers are reading. But ideally, you want betas so your everything that you develop to actually have a solid story actually works.
Mhm.
And then you can worry about the pros.
Yeah, that's that. And when I say the last editor, that's what the last editor does. And when your critique editor is someone who is excellent at prose and they give you yes, check mark, that was great, perfect, spot on, you're just like, oh, I can do this a little bit, and it's such a relief. But yeah, so for me, it's beta, my editor, and then final critiques goes through my critique editor just to make sure that I've added enough detail. And if I haven't added enough detail, they're like right here. And sometimes they give me suggestions. Sometimes they just, just however they feel like giving it to me. And then we get the final product. So yeah.
I do more of what Esther does. Kind of along those same. Like I send it to editor and then betas, or in this case, actually, because I am tight on time, the timeline that I said anyway. Morgan has my book, but also my 3 beta readers have my book.
See,
I asked Morgan if it was okay first, and she said unless I plan on making really big developmental changes, which unless she tells me I need to make big developmental changes, which I don't foresee. But she said it was fine, so I checked with her first to see if that was okay.
Yeah. Like also, that order, I do that for like bigger projects, like my short romances, which tend to be anything between 10K to maybe 13, 14K. They so far not have reached the 15K. They usually, I just write them, I let them rest for a little bit, I read them, revise them, and then it goes to my editor. If I feel like I need an additional eye, then I will probably just pull from one of my friends and be like, can you read this real quick and tell me I'm not crazy? But usually when it's shorter, usually my editor is the only one who sees it. Usually.
Yeah.
We shall see.
I send mine to my beta because I want to know if it's even a good story. Before I spend money on an editor, I want to make sure that the story is interesting to someone who reads in that genre. So my beta reader reads in the genre. Hi, Laura. And so like with this last one, I made some notes. I'm like, this is a scene that I wanted to write, and I do have enough room to play with, but I feel like the story is also complete without it. But when I sent it to my beta reader, she goes, that scene would be perfect here. Is there any way you can add the scene? I love it. And I think as a reader, she goes, it gives, because they're so short, it gives people more time to get invested in. And so this is something that she told me as a reader, that she felt more invested after she read that the left out scene. And I'm like, I do have the words to play with, so I'm going to add it in before I send it to the editor. And my editor will tell me, that you don't need that scene if they don't think I need it. And then that's when I get to make a decision. Do I want to keep it or do I want to let it go?
Right.
But if the editor tells me, yes, it works, and the beta reader wanted it and said, yes, this is great, I love this scene, can you put it in? Then it's all gravy. But I need that first reader to tell me, is this story even interesting?
Right.
And I don't like to put that, I have put that pressure on my editor before, like, tell me, does this even work? But I feel better about it if I have someone who reads in the genre who has said, "Oh, yes, I like it," or "No, this was boring, didn't do it for me." And then I can work on it, and then I can pay my editor to pick something that actually is a working story.
My spelling is so bad, I have to have the editor be the very last person to see it before I implement their like word changes and stuff, and then format. Like, I do not want to introduce stuff that is not spell checked by somebody with eyeballs. That is not a computer that doesn't know what it's doing.
See, I'm horrible at a lot of grammar things, specifically tenses. So I'm like, I need someone like I wouldn't mind paying an editor who only does tenses. That's how bad I am. Because spell check, I've someone who every day learns a new word. I'm used to Google things to make sure that I'm writing them correctly. I do that both in Spanish and English because there's a lot of Spanish words that I'm like, how do I spell this again? So I'm used to that. Tense? No. That just it's like my brain short circuits and it's like, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah. So those are some of our options, Joanne. She said, I'm trying to decide on options that might be better for me in terms of the next step for my book. On one hand, I'm on a budget for self-pub, and having beta readers will really help lessen the cost. But on the other hand, I'm not sure if I need a second developmental editor for the book. Yeah, if I got another editor,
I don't know about two developmental editors.
Yeah,
I don't know that you need two developmental editors.
I would have a different kind of editor, like
a lot. Everybody has different taste, and so you will get different notes from developmental editors, and you might start going in circles, just according to personal preference and not professional eye. Like,
also same with having too many beta readers because everyone's different.
Sometimes you
and
just
this is
let
why
it go.
having beta readers that read the genre, it's pretty important because they're used to and have mostly the general right expectations. They might differ because every human being is different and we all come to stories with our own backgrounds and our own baggages. So we will process it a little bit differently. But like Laura says, if you already did a dev editor, that's it. Just go with beta readers. If you feel in your soul that you needed additional help with developmental edits, find a writer that can help you with that. I mean, you're in a great community to ask. And then save up the money for either copy line or line editor, depending on your grammatical and prose strengths.
Or a proofreader.
Weaknesses. Or proofreader, depending on where you are in the strength spectrum. Like, I know I need a lot of help because English is not my language, and I know my biggest pitfalls.
Anna's offering to edit for tenses for you, and she said, haha, she's serious.
Oh,
I see it. I see it. Yeah. I will I'm very sure that I will be like, can you check this YA?
Yep. And here's the thing. So you see, we do some things the same and some things very differently. You need to find the process that's going to work best for you, that you're the most comfortable with. Unless you're doing too much, and you'll learn if you're doing too much really quickly. If you're like, okay, I just spent X number of dollars on this book and I've only inched it further, you'll know you're doing it. You need to change something. But if you know yourself, you know where your weak spots are, You've been working on this project for a while. You know what your weak spots are. Think about what you need, how many betas you actually need, and what kind of advice you're going to take from them. Because you might get a beta reader who tells you to change the whole thing. And I'm like, are you going to do that?
But then you might have 2 other beta readers that's like, I love it the way it is.
I love it exactly the way it is.
Some people don't like romance, and they'll still read a romance and complain there's a romance. Like,
yes.
Also, I'm out of curiosity, Joanne, how many beta readers have you sent it to? I'm just curious the number.
Because I believe there is the sending it to too many. Make sure that you're sending to beta readers who enjoy the genre that you're writing in, because they will know what they've seen and they will be like, this is not it. You know what I mean? And just make sure you tell them to be honest with you. But if they're reading in the genre and they enjoy reading in the genre that you're in, that's going to be like, that's just a step ahead. But other than just a general beta reader who's just like, I'll read your book. If they love your genre, they love what you're writing. Like Anna's like, she wants to read your book, Esther. So then you've got someone who's really going to be looking out. When they're
what Ruel said is important too. Also send it to beta readers will give you honest feedback and not just tell you what you want to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unless you just need cheerleader feedback in the very beginning.
I can be your cheerleader.
So like an alpha reader. So like before you've had the developmental, if you just need somebody in your corner, like, you've got this, you can totally do it. That's just for the beginning. But now you need to put your money where it'll make the most good, like Nia was saying.
Also, I think a lot of it is you need to trust your instinct as a writer, Joanne. This is not the first book you have written. So
she has a book published already. She has a book out.
Yeah. Yeah. So trust that you level up in your writing. Trust that you know the story that you want to tell. And be real that are you seeking someone to tell you, okay, it's ready to be published, so that someone kind of like validates you to publish, or if you're actually stuck and are having a tough time to come up with solutions.
I gotta say, from the snippets that you've shared in other streams, like when you used to have snippets shared on Desert Stream, I mean, it sounds like a really good story. So I don't know what your beta readers are telling you, but it sounds good.
There's always going to be someone who critiques it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't please everyone.
Nope. Everyone's not going to like what you write. And what Morgan said, yes. So you just got to let the book baby go. And yes, there's a such thing as over editing.
Yep. That's why I found a system that is working for me, and I'm like, until it's not working anymore, that's what I'm gonna stick with. And so far, the results, I've been happy with the results of the way that I'm doing it. So I'm gonna stick with that and hopefully keep getting good results.
My process for Tiny Shivers was get as many publishing anthologies and stuff as I could before. So a few of those anthologies did do like line level edits, but then I was collecting them all and I had a bunch that had never been published anywhere and hadn't been accepted. And so what I did was I hired a developmental editor. They went over everything. I implemented the changes, and I had beta readers. They read, and then I sent it off to a publisher that would do edits. And so they did the editing. I got it back. I did the line edits. I did not go back to do more developmental edits because that money has already been spent. I am not spinning my wheels some more. And I just went and implemented all those edits. I got it formatted. I sent it off to ARC readers and sat on it while I did some marketing for the release day. And then it was out the door.
And it was amazing.
It did take a couple of years to write all those stories, but I wasn't hopping back and repainting what I'd already painted. Like, I just kept going.
Yep.
And it turned out really good.
Really, really good. I don't even
There's
read
some
horror,
stories
and
that
I'm
are like,
yeah, I don't usually read horror, and she had me reading. So
yeah, I was like, will I sleep tonight?
Thank you, Rachel.
I'm gonna blame Laura.
I read most of
Yeah.
them during the daytime. So
Oh, but yeah, you've got to really think about get your budget together, because I feel like especially if you feel like you're almost there, get your budget together, see what you have money, what you can actually afford, and of what you can afford, what do you actually need? You know, of course, if the sky's the limit, you could just send it to whoever forever. But then you end up in this situation like what Morgan said. You're going to end up over editing, and you're going to you'll change something, change it back because one editor said change it this way, another editor says change it that way, and you're just going to keep going over and over and over the same thing. So at some point, you got to let it go.
Do you have a cover yet? You got to save money for the cover.
Also, to add to that. To add to that, after you have it edited by a developmental editor and beta read, the overall thing, you have to be happy with what your product yourself. You have to be happy with it, because everyone's not gonna like your work, and that's just the reality. Oh gosh, and that's just the reality. You have to be happy with what you put out and know that you put out the best that you can put out. Okay, just gonna hush now.
Yeah. Yeah, so it will help keep you awake. Yeah, even with the trad stuff, it's such a difference between what two different editors are going to say. Yep.
And the trad books don't come out perfect either. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, that is very true. I have seen.
And Rachel, yes, seeing someone's body language as they read is very fun.
All right, let's find our timers. We have over chatted, guys, so this is going to be our last one because
it's going to be the last one. And
it is. It's going to be 10 o'clock. But it's been good discussion, so I'm not mad about it. I love good chat.
Yeah,
it's
really good.
It's so important. And
I think it's my fault, isn't it? This is my fault.
It's one of the reasons
because I started talking about marketing.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why we do this. So I'm perfectly okay with it. So we are going to do.
We don't gatekeep information here, so
no
information.
The only thing that gatekeep is the time, because we cannot be here for
all night.
We gotta go to bed
because we're a chatty bunch, and we would be all night if we really got to talking.
It has happened backstage.
Good night, Shannon.
Good night.
Good night, Shannon.
Oh, good night. Oh, we are heading to bed. A vaccine. I'll start off and compose with my. Oh, yeah, that is a lot of fun. Oop.
Rachel snippets are really good.
Everything.
Too.
Yeah, Rachel's are really good, and she's such a good writer too. We can do procrastinate on writing. She said, "Sleep tasty, Shannon."
Is all right. Procrastinating thing? Like, it's all writing. As Barrett would say, it's all writing.
Yes, Mama Maggie. How do we say it?
Procrastivity. I think that's how she says it. Procrastivity. One of those.
And it's all writing.
Those
are our two. We believe in both of these things: procrastivity and it's all writing.
Oh, Joanne.
Yeah.
Procrastivity. Oh. You got this, Joanne. You got it. You got this.
Feels like I'm in a cycle. Yes. You gotta get off. Get out of the, what's that revolving door?
Let me off this ride. Let me off this ride.
Get off the merry-go-round and go on to the next ride, because it's going to be fun. The getting it to publish is going to be fun and exciting. So it'll be another ride. It's going to be even better.
Yes.
All right, here we go. 45 minutes. Let's do the things. Happy sprinting.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Live long and prosper. Okay.
All right, everybody. That is the end of our last sprint. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know what Laura was laughing at, but she was cracking up.
I'm here.
Hi, Daisy.
I'm here.
So I can't wait for the update to find out. Let's start with Laura with the updates, just so we can find out what got her going.
Oh my gosh. So Anna sent me the first 13 chapters of the Bogman's Embrace.
Ah.
So it's a I don't know how much you want me to tell, Anna, but it's chef's kiss, man. Oh my.
Is good? Is it funny?
It's so good.
She is even grinning the whole, like grinning and in deep stare. And she goes from deep stare to grinning. I'm like, what is going on?
Like even the prologue has a mirror image of the beginning and the end of the
Aww.
and it's like
Aw, nice.
poeticness. This is gorgeous. And I just love it. And I just Anna, teach me your ways.
Yeah. Anna has a very distinctive voice and a great writing style.
She
You
does.
just need to finish a darn book and start querying, ma'am.
I know.
Your writing is at a good at a level of being
Yes.
published.
Honestly, Anna, yes. All of that, Anna, yes.
Ruel said she read a chapter of the book she's reading. She's getting through these betas. Way to go, Ruel. What did you guys get done?
Oh.
Either one. It's chaos. That's fine.
Oh, so that's been started.
I finished the edits on book 5 and emailed it to Morgan for final edits. And I watched some YouTube and wrote 33 words of the book 6 that I need to finish drafting.
Nice.
Because this is giving me
Oh.
so much.
Are we doing another timer? What?
What?
I said, are we doing
just
another?
shared the timer.
Yeah.
No,
I'm like, are we?
I was getting rid of it. You know how when you click the wrong thing. I just wanted the timer to go bye-bye.
Oh, ooh, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Sorry, overshare.
No, it's okay.
All right. And I just finished some more of the outline of the story that I came up with. So, and then I was listening to YouTube in the background. So that's what I was doing.
Anna, I literally gasped in the prologue. Like, oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting like that much peril. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my. Morgan said I wrote a whopping 73 words and then went down a rabbit hole. I love a good rabbit hole though.
An Easter rabbit hole?
I'm not mad at it. And that's for you, Laura. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. And Randy said 500-ish words and started making a nostalgia rage playlist because I just wrote about how they used to drive around screaming lyrics at the top of their lungs. Oh, I miss those days. I was the scathing insult.
The scathing insult gave me life, and the peril gave me death, and it was just like,
I love it.
Like, are we gonna go there? Are we gonna go there?
All right, I'm gonna share. This is the rabbit hole I almost went down. I was on when I clicked on Instagram. You know how something just pops up first, and it's like you're sucked into a '90s TV time warp and must live with one family. Choose wisely. And I'm like, I eliminated 3. I eliminated this one, eliminated Roseanne.
You can't see your mouse.
Oh, that's right. So I eliminated the first one. That's the guy who goes, what was that show called?
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement, yes. We used to watch it. But I was like, I don't want to live with that though. And I eliminated Roseanne, like everything went wrong all the time. So no. And then as much as I love Married with Children, I don't want to live in that. But I would not mind being their neighbors and just watching the chaos. That would be great. And then Family Matters, I love them. I could do that. But then we have the on the top, what you call it? I love them too.
Full House.
Full House. I'm like, I would love to live in the Full House house, but ultimately, I had to go with the Fresh Prince of Bel Air because
Mhm.
I love the whole family, and it's the OG Aunt Bev. So definitely.
See, of all these, I've only seen two:
Which two have
Fresh
you
Prince and Home Improvement.
seen? Which one are you picking?
Fresh Prince.
I think I've seen 3, but I think I will fit better with Full House.
Full
Also,
House.
I want to have cool uncles and
I
aunts,
know it's the
and
cool
and
uncle.
it's like, yeah, they're. It was also where they live and how the house was. They were well off.
Yeah, my two top picks. I'm not
So
saying that because they were the most well. Like, Family Matters was number 3. I like the whole family that, but they got a crowded house because they are, and I don't feel like they had enough space for the amount of people that they had. But Full House, you could tell they had a house at, first of all, San Francisco, and it was 3 levels for sure.
yeah.
So I feel like I could squeeze myself in there somewhere. And also the uncles were just the best. But Fresh Prince, I'm sure I would have my own room, my own bathroom. Plus, my uncle, he always had the kids back no matter what. You have a butler. I'm like a car and a driver. Yeah, I feel like we'd have fun. Plus, lots of music, lots of dancing.
I'm easily swayed by Uncle Jesse, so if I could just be around Uncle
Yeah,
Jesse, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I do stand a little bit. John Stamos, he's cool. As Uncle Jesse, he was the best. Like, yeah. So that's where that's the rabbit hole I almost, because I was literally analyzing. Like, the 3 I eliminated first were easy. The 3 I kept were the hard 3. I was like, oh no, what do I do? Who do I pick? And just Joanne's
I mean,
like,
at
I'm
least
sorry.
I got my priorities clear.
Yep.
They might not be the
Uncle
right
Jesse
priorities, but they're clear.
Right. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, there's always drama at that house. Yes, and so much fun drama. And we got some news on Joanne. Says, I've ultimately decided to send my book to beta readers. All right.
Nice.
Excellent. And she also got 8 and 9 revised and removed some words that weren't needed. Woo, yay. That is progress. Laura, I love you so much. Genuinely, you get so excited at what you read. Yes. I love it. Okay. So, friends, that is it. Let's take that down. My little almost rabbit hole that I had to stop myself. Okay, we're going to let everybody do their outros and let you know where they're going to be at next. And we're going to swing it backwards, starting with Laura, since she didn't have the intro. Let's go.
I'm Laura Nettles. I have Roy here. And yeah, I have no idea where I'll be, when I'll be, but I exist. So I will pop up here, there, and everywhere when I can.
Nice.
That's me.
Yep. She will be around. Just follow everyone and follow her.
Yep. So pop in, pop out. You got to be watching to know when she's going to be there.
Yeah. I am Esther Maria Duhar. I probably should be at JC's tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. And I don't know. I'll
She'll be around.
I am back to always being around, so I'm back to my little stalkerish person.
We
Yes.
love it when you're always around. Yay.
Are you coming back to Twitch also, or are we waiting on Twitch?
I will go back to Twitch. It's just when time
yet.
allows it. So
Awesome. Busy woman.
that's better to follow and hit the notification because
That's
for
right.
sure Sundays I'll be on YouTube. Twitch, whenever.
She'll get
Even
twitchy
though
when
it's
she
the one that
can.
pays.
Yeah,
It should be a priority, but it's not.
I know. So sad.
I'm JC. I will be streaming tomorrow, Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Okay, yeah. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I don't got anything else. I'm really struggling.
It's gonna be great. Be there or you're on a hit list.
Be there.
I
They have
patient.
poetry this month, so if you
Oh yeah. Author 2 Poetry Open Mic. The Google form is on either my community tab or Morgan's community tab. And to sign up if you want to share your poetry, I'll also Nia.
The live is already on our channel, so hit the notification so you don't miss out when it goes live. The easiest
so
thing
sorry.
is gonna go live after the Romance Writers Room. I think it's the same day. So
for the open mic poetry.
yeah, so I will probably go here, everyone. So you're not gonna miss it.
Yay.
Yeah. And I will probably be back on Twitch on Friday. I want to do a pop-up tomorrow, but I feel like I'm still gonna be doing some gardening things, and that keeps me pretty busy and tired in the morning. So probably won't be back till Friday, but next week I am starting officially. Well, I'm already started, but the 60 days starts next week. So wish me luck with that, and check out my book. It's The Art of Wishcraft. It's cozy romance.
It's amazing.
Short, contemporary fantasy. It's fun. All right, friends. Thank you guys for hanging out. You all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow over at JC's house. Love you. You know what? I didn't even have my Loki song ready. There it is. Bye.